Good morning, everyone. What an amazing stage. I love it. I really love it. It's really, really something. So let me tell you why WordPress is the perfect fit for enterprises and also why open source, especially WordPress, really empowers the enterprise area. Before we come to that, let's have a look at the current situation with enterprise CMS, right? So when you look at that, they promise a lot, don't they? They say they have scalable architecture, they say they have enterprise-grade security, and they say they have a seamless digital integration. And to be honest, yeah, that sounds impressive, really, that sounds impressive. But to be honest again, that's only half the truth, because this always comes with extensive contracts. I mean, really extensive contracts. You have also very slow workflows, like always. And when you work with that, that always causes a headache for your team, especially when it comes to publishing content, when it comes to setting up custom landing pages, and also when it comes to integrating third-party tools. But you know what? There's a better way to do that, and that starts with open source. And let me tell you a different story here. One where flexibility, scalability, and security don't come with a six-figure contract. But wait, WordPress? You know WordPress? That's just a blog, isn't it? It's a small blog, nothing more. Yeah, let me explain this a bit differently. Imagine if Netflix was only for DVDs. That sounds ridiculous, right? I think so too. And that's how outdated this WordPress is just a blog myth really is. And also, remember the people saying electric cars? No way. They will never replace gas cars. And you know what? That's exactly how we are operating in the enterprise area. Disrupting overpriced and also overcomplicated enterprise CMS dinosaurs. But to be honest, a great digital experience is not just only about replacing something and building something new. But WordPress really can help you here. But again, WordPress, okay, I get it. It might be not just only a blog. I really get that. But it's just really small, right? It's only for small enterprises, for small companies, nothing more. But let's have a look at these facts. 43% of the entire public internet, the entire public websites are based on WordPress. Let that number sink in, 43%. So look at your browser history. Nearly every second website you've ever visited is based on WordPress. And if you still believe it's not for big companies, I have something here for you. Sony PlayStation, the official blog is made with WordPress. Also, TechCrunch, Time Magazine, Sony Music, all these websites are solely based on WordPress. Facebook, SAP, so their new section also based on WordPress. Walt Disney, Walt Disney? Everyone knows Walt Disney. And this entire website is also only solely based on WordPress. Mercedes-Benz, the international website, you might guess this. Yeah, it's also based on WordPress. The New York Times, the New York Times, tons of content, a lot of traffic, and everything is only managed with WordPress. Mozilla Blog, and also the official Spotify website. At least this is my list here, right? And there are a lot of other companies using that kind of platform. It's crazy. 43% of the public websites are based on WordPress. And still, you could say, yeah, it's not about me. It's not for me. I have an enterprise content management system, that's fine. But you know what? Have you ever tried upgrading an enterprise, a legacy version of that, an enterprise content management system? I can tell you from experience, that's no fun. Not really. And in some cases, it feels like replacing a plane engine while you are flying. It's ridiculous, right? It's very risky, it's complicated, and in so many cases, it's impossible. But again, it's not only about integrating something and doing something. It's about a digital experience. And you can't build a digital experience only with replacing a software. It's also about security, seamless integrations, and also performance. And this is where a professional hosting provider makes the difference. I mean, we're here at WordPress, at the conference, and also where CloudFest is like, everything's about hosting, right? Talking about the right hosting partner is the right place to be. But again, let's have a quick view what WordPress really can bring to the table when it comes to supporting enterprise companies on a very high level. You have an API-first approach. You can have like a headless approach here. So let's say you have WordPress in the center of your public, I don't know what, content management system, and you can publish your content elsewhere, like in apps or something, and you still can use WordPress. That's cool. High volume traffic. I mean, remember the New York Times? They're all using only WordPress for handling the entire content system. It's crazy. Multilingual. I mean, we're a site. As an agency, we are the creators of Multilingual Press. You might have heard of that. I mean, it's the plugin when it comes to multilingual functionalities. Once it's installed, multilingual approach is not a problem anymore. Multi-site. Maybe you have heard of this. It's integrated in the core of WordPress. Once it's like activated properly, you can handle hundreds or thousands of websites with one parent installation. And it's license free. That's crazy. You don't have to pay nothing. You don't have to pay something for that. And also seamless integration. I mean, when there's an API, you can integrate this seamlessly with WordPress. I'm talking about CRMs, ERPs, PIM systems, whatever you want to integrate, you can integrate with WordPress. And even if there's not an API, you can rely on the library, the plugin library of WordPress. There's a solution, a plugin solution for kind of everything. And last but not least, here, e-commerce. I mean, with WooCommerce, you have like a very secure, scalable system, an extension of WordPress. You only have to activate this, and you can set up your WordPress web shop immediately, also without any kind of license fees. This really is a game changer. But let's have a look again on the bigger picture. I mean, all content management systems needs updates sometime. And you can really rely on Automattic. Automattic are the creators behind WordPress. And even if there might be a small loophole when it comes to security or when it comes to performance, you can rely on these guys because with the next update, it's gone. The loophole is closed. And also, talking about experience here, updating WordPress is like seamless. You click on update and the entire system is still up and running. You don't have to care about this. Hosting. Again, we are here, CloudFest. Hosting is absolutely the right place to talk about. You can work with any kind of hoster if you want to, like very high performance hosters, small hosters, it's completely up to you. Architecture and also security is all integrated, it's all built in, you only have to use this properly. But again, security. It's an issue, it might be an issue, and you might ask yourself, you know what, WordPress, open source, I heard a lot of this. Isn't WordPress insecure? Come on. Yeah, WordPress can definitely be insecure, for sure. But you know what? As insecure as you leaving your house and leaving your front door wide open. This is also insecure. You can have the best log in the world when you don't use that properly. It's insecure. And also comes to WordPress. If you use that system right, also with the right hosting partner, it's definitely secure. Last but not least, one last example here. Ever heard about NASA? I mean, the NASA? This website is also based on WordPress. And come on, when WordPress is secure enough for NASA and all these other tech leaders, media leaders, industry leaders, it's also good enough for your enterprise business, believe me. And again, let that number sink in. 43% of all websites you ever visited, nearly every second website is based on WordPress. So, if you want to take your enterprise business to the next level, let's talk. Because for us, the future is open source, hopefully for you too. So let's build this thing together.